What's up, everyone? As you will have already seen from the thumbnail, we are doing wheel spacers today. I debated on whether doing a wheel spacer video or the suspension upgrade video first, but I think I want to do it this way around so we can get an idea of what it looks like with the wheel spacers, and then when I actually put the suspension on, it isn't kind of delayed on, hey, here's what it looks like, because it would look strange with being lowered and not having the right offset. We are going to stick with stock wheels for now, but I picked up a set of wheel spacers. So they're a 15 mil, not very big, but just enough to make it sit nice and flush. Some people are weird about using wheel spacers, but professional motorsports teams use wheel spacers all the time to get the right offset for what they're doing. I've been using wheel spacers on the Jeep, which I guess you guys can't see it. It's across the road right now. But I've been using wheel spacers on the Jeep for years, and I am not easy on that thing off-road. The key is to get a good wheel spacer that has a hub-centric ring, so you've got this center ring to help support the wheel. It's not just sitting on the lug studs or bolts, whatever. This vehicle has actual bolts instead of lug studs, but it doesn't matter. This kit also comes with a whole new set of longer lug bolts, because they need to be longer for the additional width of the wheel spacer. So let's get these wheels off of here, and I will set it up and kind of show you guys what you should be checking for when you buy a wheel spacer to make sure that you do have good fitment and you're not going to end up with having issues with them. So I'm going to do the front and the rear separately. I'll lift one, then lift the other. So I'm going to find a nice solid surface to put the jack on so we can lift the front of the vehicle up. I've got my wheel chocks, even though it's in park and the e-brake is on. With my luck lately, I don't want to chance anything, so I'm going to make sure it's nice and safe, make sure it doesn't go anywhere while I'm working on it. After looking underneath the front of this, there really isn't a nice surface for me to actually jack on. I have put it up on the two-post lift at Miguel's before, but I don't really remember looking at the front end to see if there was any good surfaces to jack on. So I'll probably actually jack from the side, and I might do one side at a time, or I might just do one corner at a time. Guess we'll see how it goes. Now that we've got this wheel off, I can show you guys the difference in length between the factory bolt and this new bolt that we're going to be putting on. So you can see the difference there is obviously significant. Want to make sure that it's still grabbing a whole lot. This one probably wouldn't even reach with this new spacer on there. So make sure you guys do pay attention to actually getting new bolts, get the right length when you're putting on a spacer. Now I've got you guys up in the wheel, you can actually see what I'm doing. So what you want is to make sure that when you mount this wheel spacer on, you're not going to get any movement there at all. You want to make sure that it's a nice snug fit. What you're going to do is take the piece of paper, put it here right against the wheel, put your wheel spacer on there, and you want to make sure that there is some drag, there's some resistance there against pulling the piece of paper out. That way you know that this is a nice snug fit. It's not going to be moving around on you at all while you're driving. Now that we know that this one is a good fitment, we'll go ahead and mount this one on the vehicle. We'll do the same thing with the rest of them. I'm going to do the same thing with this wheel that I did with the other one, but I'm going to just do it out here. I'm not going to take it in the garage and mess with it. I'll just do it right here, throw it back on. tell the spacer's in there with it being black. Can't really see it. I do actually like these lug nuts a lot better than the stock ones. And we have a lot of space right here that we may have to do some upgrades in that area too. As we're walking around and showing you guys the fitment of what it looks like now, I wanted to let you guys know the reason that you're measuring every single spacer on every single wheel that you're putting it on. These are machined parts, and there is tolerances that are going to make them a little bit different. You want to make sure that they're all fitting really nicely and that they fit that specific wheel. And then we'll show you guys a shot of the before and after. Ooh, that's nice. That's it. Wheel spacers are installed. It's a really easy, fairly cheap modification to do. It gives you a lot more road presence or stance, however you want to say it. Now that we're flushed up with the fender, I'm even more excited to get the suspension on it, which is actually sitting right there. So that'll be really nice. See what it looks like with it lowered down and flush. It's gonna look and sit a lot nicer. Hopefully handle nicer as well. There will be a slight improvement with handling with the wheel spacers, having a wider stance. So that'll be nice to feel as well. I did move it back and forth a little bit, turn the steering wheel, make sure that the suspension got all settled because it was sitting a little strange, as it does with independent suspension. But now that it's sitting flat, it's sitting nice and flush, I think it looks awesome. Hopefully you guys do too. Hopefully you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys very soon.